The Weekly Warp Pipe.
What's going on, everybody? We are here at the Weekly Warp Pipe, episode 189, I think it is. And today we have a very, very special guest that I'm very excited about. Where are you guys?
Hold on, we're coming.
They're in the background.
We're just running over.
There he is.
Jogging over.
Here's our guy. We got RNG Gamer. I mean, if you don't know who this guy is, you know, you're living under a rock. So we're so excited to have you. We've been hanging out at some cons, and I know you've been going to a bunch of cons, and man, I've really enjoyed watching your channel, and I've also enjoyed watching your watch channel.
Oh, well, thank you.
Wow. So
I'm glad there's a few people watching both.
We've got a lot to talk about. I'm going to actually give the floor to Keith now, because Keith has some stuff to discuss with four of us, and Jamie especially.
It's because Jamie's my buddy. He's my travel companion when I go to shows. So we're going to ask you some questions. And I did send you some of this information. So RNG Gamer, what is your desert island video game? What's a game that you would pick to take if you're stuck?
I thought about this a lot. It used to be my favorite game of all time, and I think they kind of ruined it with the latest update, but I still think it would be my pick, and it's The Binding of Isaac.
Wow.
The Binding of Isaac, a huge roguelite with thousands of hours of gameplay and challenges and all types of ways to challenge yourself, and you can do whatever you want with it. I think that would be my desert island game.
I've only played that game briefly on the Switch. Is it really a game that you could put 1,000+ hours in?
I have like 2,700 hours into it, and I am 33% of the way to completing everything in the game.
33%. So it's bigger, guys. It's bigger than,
it's like a 10,000 hour game.
It's bigger than Zelda, guys. So I don't want to hear nothing anymore.
So they had 100%, 1,000%, million%, and then the latest update, you have to get 1,000,000% on all 3 save files to actually complete the game.
What does that mean, 1,000,000%?
It means because every time they expand the game, they add beyond 100%, right? So they added like 3 more additional levels to the end of the game. And then with the most recent update, they doubled the size of the game. They've started calling it 1,000,000%.
Jeez.
And you have to do that 3 times on 3 different save files from scratch.
They went all in on that one.
They went all in. But you got to remember, there's a whole community of people.
Okay.
This is like the only game they play. Okay. And it's just min-maxing, flipping Binding of Isaac. It's a lot, but that's what I would go with.
I'll have to look into that a little bit more.
Play them on some of your lives, and it's looks like a very interesting and very crazy game. So,
oh yeah, it's the classic tale of a baby, the devil, and a lot of poop. So everything you've ever wanted in a game.
Do you play it on Switch?
I started playing it on the PC when it first came out, and then I moved over and started playing it on PS4, but it's like migrated into PS5 now.
Okay. So that's where you're playing it now, is PS5?
That's where I'm not currently playing it because I'm too flippin' angry at it. But if I was stranded on a desert island, that's the one I would grab.
At least you're not going around the world collecting Koroks.
That's true. That is true. I'm not going to waste my time doing that.
I'll do that.
All right. So let's talk about you a little bit before we jump into the next question. So you've been doing YouTube for how long?
3 years.
3 years. And how many subscribers do you have now on your RNG Gamer channel?
I just passed 50,000.
Congratulations on that.
I saw that. I was very excited for you. I thought that was super cool. And every interaction we've had, every interaction I've seen you have with many people, you know what you're doing when it comes to YouTube. Like every time we've had conversations,
I feel like I kind of know what I'm doing. I've learned a lot and I've paid attention. As my main job, I'm a scientific researcher.
Yeah.
So I'm good at figuring out weird outliers and things like that people may say work. And I've made a lot of mistakes that I've learned from them. And there is no formula to YouTube. I cannot tell you how to be successful on YouTube.
Right.
I can definitely give you a handful of things you should not do. Like, do not do these things. You got to remember that the YouTube algorithm is like a robot. It's just like talking to a robot. You have to be very specific with what you're doing to get it to understand what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We got a few robots here on the channel.
We got Rob shows up, causes all sorts of problems.
I never played our thing. Rob, you got to load our freaking guest data here. Thanks, Rob.
All that work that Rob did just for that.
Beautiful.
All right. So question 2, we're going to go with Nostalgia Hall, we call it. And this is going to be a show and tell. Do you have anything awesome? I have got to spend the evening in your epic game room. So I know there's some epic stuff in there. What do you got? You got something to show us that is...
I'm going to go a little bit off the beaten path with something I don't normally show or talk about, but it's sitting right over here. And it's very special. It just got back from appraisal. But
that light in the back that looks like it's from IKEA?
Yeah, this right here. No, it's not even from IKEA. I think it came from Walmart. No, it's
like the Gibson?
The Gibson. Yeah, here we go.
Oh, look at that.
Nice is right.
Hey, is that the Johnny B. Good one?
This is a 1976 Gibson Les Paul. It just celebrated its 50th anniversary.
Nice.
And you just celebrated 50K subscribers.
I know. And this is the same model that Jimmy Page played on Stairway to Heaven. Same color.
Is it the same one that Wayne Campbell also played Stairway to Heaven on?
No.
That was a Stratocaster.
That was a Strat. That was a white Strat. Yeah.
Come on.
But I thought this guitar, it'd be cool because I had to send it off and get it checked out and everything for insurance. And I got it back. And I was like hoping that it was going to make it for its 50th anniversary or birthday. And it got back like the day before. But I've been playing this guitar for a long time. This has been on a lot of recordings. It's been played on lots of different albums and things like that. So I wanted to show it off. I don't get to show this one off too often.
How long have you had it?
I bought this in 2009 from a guy named Richard Burrow, who was in a band called Severe that had like a little minor hit.
Okay.
And he was having some money problems.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to sell it. He asked if I wanted to buy it. And I was like, yeah, man, how much do you want? And he threw out some crazy number like $10,000. And I was like, dude, I don't have $10,000. I'm broke.
Right.
And if you know anybody that wants to get it, let me know. And for like 2 months, I searched and searched and searched. Nobody wanted it. And he kept calling me and the price kept coming down a little bit. And then one day he goes, dude, I'm about to get thrown out of my house. How much do you have? And I was like, I could give you $1,600 for it.
Wow.
And he's like, if you meet me at the Walmart parking lot, give me $1,600. You can have it. But here's the deal.
Yeah.
When I call you back, let me buy it back from you for $1,600. And I was like, deal, 100%. I did not hear from him for 13 years.
Wow.
And then 13 years later, he called me back and he's like, I got that $1,600. And I'm like, statute of limitations has passed, buddy. It's mine. I'm not selling it back to you.
I thought you were going to say that.
When you said when I call you back, I was thinking like 6 months, not the better part of the decade.
Right.
Yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, now these days the appraisal was a little bit more than $1,600.
Okay.
And the fact that I played this on probably 200 different albums, I don't think I could let it go for that.
Right.
But it's a very cool guitar.
It's definitely great, man. And have you ever had to have it restored or refurbished or
no, it's not all original. The tuners on the back, they've been replaced. And the pickups in it have been replaced. But other than that, it's pretty much all original. It's never had the neck broken, which is rare for a guitar this old. But it's a player's guitar. It's not like a collector's piece.
Okay.
If this was like a mint condition, brand new one, it'd probably be worth 15,000 or something like that.
Okay.
So, but no, it's near and dear to me. I wanted to show it off because I care about it, not because it's a collectible.
Great. No, it's awesome.
And I guess that leads us to more about you. You are a very, very, I've got to sit and watch you play guitar. You are a very impressive guitar player, but you do a bunch of other stuff. And like you were talking about, you've played on albums. I know you do professional work. So tell us a little bit about that.
I did session work for like 20 something years. I was a ghostwriter, which means like when an artist wants to put out an album and they want to say they wrote it, but they don't really have the skills or the time. Sometimes they'll bring in a ghostwriter to write it, and then you like sign over your intellectual property rights to them so they can own it lock, stock. Or they would bring me in to record like guitar parts. What people don't realize, and this has changed a little bit now, but back in the day, when you went to the recording studio to record an album, you may be spending $300 an hour for every hour you're in there recording. And if you can't play your part, next thing you know, you've spent $20,000 trying to record the guitar part for an album. Some people would spend $10,000 trying to nail a solo. And so they would just bring me in and I could knock it out in 20 or 30 minutes and for a fraction of that cost. And so I did that for many, many years. When COVID happened, it shifted more to like you record in your home studio and just email them the file. And that's fine. I'll do that sometimes, but it's now the price of renting out a recording studio is like $60 an hour.
Oh, wow.
Whereas before they were paying me like $1,000 an hour.
Wow.
So it's not necessarily usually worth my time. So these days I tend to play gigs at like private dinner parties and country clubs for rich people where I can still charge like, you know, that high rate. But I'm fortunate that I just take the gigs I want. So occasionally I'll get a call that like some guitarist broke his wrist or something and they need me to fill in for 2 or 3 shows, and I'll go out and do that. And then they can hire somebody to, you know, do the rest of the tour because I don't have time to do it. I've got like a real day job. So
what are you using? I was gonna say, what are you using to record at home? Are you Pro Tools or?
Yeah, so Pro Tools is kind of the standard. I don't have a Mac, so I use Windows. But since I'm doing guitar, I just like record one track. And I don't have to mix anything. So my go-to is Reaper. And what I like about Reaper is one, it's open source, but it can output in any file you want. If you want to do an MP3, if you want to do a FLAC, a forced lossless audio compression, like anything you want, it's just what they like. And it's really easy to use Reaper because I don't know if you know, there's like a Pro Tools license can be a little expensive per computer. You can pay thousands of dollars for one license. If you're doing it professionally, but Reaper, I can put it on my laptop. I can put it on my desktop. I can, you know, throw it on my wife's computer if I have to. And it works great. So,
nice. I'm at the lowest tier of GarageBand. I was demoing some stuff and I haven't used it in years. And I was like, oh man, now if you record to a click, you could just drag and drop drums in and it just, you put like punk drums or whatever. And I was like, wow, we could get a good demo.
Yep. Recording to a click is the big thing. That's what changed it because you've been able to record to a click forever, but being able to drag your files, being able to drag your punch-ins on the
what was that?
Sorry, my camera zooms in and out based on hand gestures. There we go.
Oh wow.
So yeah, being able to like
mine doesn't do that. Mine doesn't do that.
Being able to play a guitar solo and miss every note and then drag each individual note onto the beat. Paying me $10,000 to come record 4 guitar solos isn't really worth it when you're, crummy guitarist can give it 5 tries and they fix every note. So
right.
It's changed, but I'm fortunate that I got to do that for a while. I got to live like the rock and roll dream in the studio with the famous people and get royalties and all that. Those times I think have kind of like passed unless you're in that top 1% on Spotify or something.
Like,
nice.
if you guys ever get the chance to sit down with Jamie for a visit, he has some of the coolest stories. He's one of my favorite people to get to hang out with and just sit and listen to some of his stories. So stuff like that, I think, is absolutely awesome. All right. Saturday morning cartoon countdown. Give us 3. What would your 3 cartoons be from back in the day, now, whatever, that you would want to sit down and watch on a Saturday morning?
Man, that's such a good question. My number 1, and this is kind of weird, I was a huge fan of Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I would go with Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. And then I think my heart wants to say like Captain N, right? Because it's like video game stuff. But I think I would rather see G.I. Joe. And it's a tough one. But Transformers.
Ooh. Yep.
So you got, so say it again. So you got Transformers,
Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, G.I. Joe,
Transformers.
Okay.
Yep.
Those are all. I would sit down and watch all of those with you. That's a great.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
That's a great. It was a great pick. All right. A little more.
Those would be the ones. It was weird because I had chores on Saturday mornings, so I was lucky to catch it. And Chip 'n Dale here growing up came on before school on weekdays.
Okay.
So they did like this Disney on Fox. It was like the Fox network that had Disney cartoons in the morning, which was weird. And that's when I caught it. But Transformers came on right after G.I. Joe, but both of them happened after I did my chore. So, and it was right before Saved by the Bell.
Oh, really?
Go.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
perfect.
Yep.
Nice.
We were just talking about Saved by the Bell last week, actually.
We sure were.
I got a lot of messages about you guys not knowing about the I'm so excited scene.
Still don't know.
I still don't know about that. I don't know about it either. I'm so excited.
God. Oh my God. The caffeine episode, guys, the caffeine episode.
I am so excited to know more about Watch RNG. What made you decide to start a whole, you got RNG Gamer is a big channel for, you're 3 years in. What made you decide to do a watch channel? I kind of know the answer, but tell these guys and tell me what your watch
it's a twofold thing. One was that my editor, Devin, who's great, I wanted to give him more work, but I can't do 2 video game videos a week. I don't have time to flip and do like I don't have time to play all these games, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, what's something else I could do? I was trying to like brainstorm. I was thinking of like reviewing like gas station food or something like that. And I posted a member exclusive video where I talked about buying a Rolex. This Rolex, the one I'm wearing right now, and how it was my dad's life goal to own a Rolex because he fought in World War II, and that's what all the officers wanted. To him, having a Rolex meant you made it, and he was never able to afford it. And then one day he did a job for a guy. My dad did construction, and the guy didn't have enough to pay him and traded him a Rolex to cover the balance. And of course, my dad got into money troubles. He had to sell the Rolex, and he grieved over that for like decades. And when he passed away, the last thing he said to me was, "I wish I could have given you that." And I told him I wish I could have bought him one. We never got to do that, and he passed away. So it became my goal to buy a Rolex, and I did. And so I bought this Rolex. I kept it to myself, but people started noticing it in video. Multiple videos where I went out game hunting, people were like, "This dude's just casually rocking a Rolex. He must be rich," and all this. So I wanted to make a video talking about that. And I made a member exclusive video where I just sat down on the couch and just told a 30-minute story. And I accidentally released it to the public. I meant to make it member exclusive.
Yeah.
I just released it on a Thursday morning and it came out and I panicked. I like privated it immediately. And then I started reading the comments and they were so good. Like they were it was the kindest comments I've ever seen. People are just like, your father raised a great man. You mean so much to me. And you honored him and you deserve it. And you've made it. Never think I was just touched that several people were like, I've been grieving after my father, and this is exactly what I needed to hear this morning. So I just made it public. And after that, people at conventions started asking me about the watch, to see the watch. like, are you wearing the Rolex? Is that the Rolex? And so I thought, I collect watches. I love watches. The thing about wristwatches is, as a hobby, it doesn't really take any time. Like you buy the watch and you wear it. There's no 60-hour RPG, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, that might be a good format for another channel. And that's why I decided to do it. That's why I settled on wrist.
Nice.
It is an amazing video if you're not a member of the RNG Gamer channel.
It's free. It's up there. It's just called, the name of the video is the most expensive thing I've ever bought.
Should still be a member if you're watching this.
Is it on is it on RNG Gamer or is
it on RNG Gamer?
One? Okay.
It's on RNG Gamer, yep.
Yeah.
It's an awesome video. It's absolutely amazing. So definitely check it out if you guys haven't already.
How long ago did you say that
shows the person you are?
Maybe like a year or something like that.
So about 2 years
it's a strange video.
YouTube, yeah.
It's just me sitting on a couch telling a story. No edits, no cuts, no nothing. And it's the only time I ever did that. And it just resonated with people. I've been told I'm a good storyteller. And so
you are.
Just being able to sit down and just tell a story and not have to worry about like a script or B-roll or anything like that, it gives me a chance to shine. Sadly, you can't do that about everything. Sometimes it'll turn into like a 40-minute rant. And so this one fortunately did not do that. And I'm glad so many people loved it. And I'm glad that it was cathartic for me because I'd never had a chance to sit down and tell that story uninterrupted. Every time I've ever told that, I was telling it to a person and they would ask questions or they would interrupt me. I got to just pour out my heart. So it was good for me. But I'm thankful that I'm in a position to even be able to buy a Rolex or something like that. Or even if you have the money to buy one, you can't go buy one because they don't sell them to anybody, just anybody. So it was nice that everybody was so supportive and they weren't like, look at this rich piece of crap that he's telling us what games we need to buy. He's just lining his pockets with our money. But no, there was none of that. It was good. It was good.
Yeah. My buddy, we went to a flea market last week and he came up to me and he's like, yo, did you see what I bought? I was like, what'd you get? And he pulls out his wrist and he's like, I got a $5 fake Rolex. I was like,
oh yeah.
Awesome. He's like, yeah, he's like, hopefully my wrist won't turn green.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Black and fall off. All right. So last one of our questions for you. Down the warp pipe, we call it. Is there a day, a time, a place, if you had a warp pipe in front of you, if you could jump down it to take you to a place, where would that be and what would you be up to when you got there?
My God, I've thought about this for hours since you prepped me on it. This is such a hard question.
It is.
And I've decided I'm going to do the right thing and be completely selfish. I'm not going to go back in time and help anyone. It's going to be all for me. I think I would go back to 2004.
Oh,
I would go back to 2004, my junior year of university. Because there were a lot of decisions I had to make that year that I wish I would have done differently.
Mm-hmm.
And there were also a lot of opportunities I missed out. Some trips, some friendships, and things like that I wish I hadn't. So that would be it. It was also where I had like a big career decision. I was at the time getting ready to go to medical school, which I found out that I did not want to do later. I would have known that before I spent $100,000, right? So I could hit the little reset button on that. 2004, I think, is the year.
It's where you're jumping
and it was
back
pretty
to.
sick then. Yeah, it was pretty good year. A lot of cool stuff was going on. So
that's a really good, like, I don't think anybody has really dove down that avenue of like going back to rewrite, right? Like it's usually people go back and they decide like, oh yeah, I remember this. It was such a great time. I want to go relive it and relive it. You just flipped the script and you were just like, I want to go back. I want to rewrite history basically.
Yeah. There's some wrongs I want to right.
I like
and
that.
Some things I did that I wish I hadn't done, and some things I wish I had done. So
I like that.
That's what I would do if I could go back anytime. That would be it.
I've said it before.
It's a good answer. I really like it.
I would like to crack Jamie's head open and just look at how his brain works, because I think it is super awesome. Some of the way he puts things together, like exactly like that. It's super cool.
Yeah.
All right. One last question about you that I want to ask. All your games are random. You do amazing videos. Their last one was about Switch games that are going to be, ones you think are going to be worth something. You do a lot of games that are difficult. I've seen you play a lot of games that are difficult and make it further than a lot of us. Why did you decide to do them randomly? What was that choice there?
I remember when it happened. I'd started collecting and I had a few hundred games. But one of the people who inspired me that I knew in real life, who was a game collector all the way back from the 90s, he had really pushed me into it and getting me more educated about the whole culture. And around the time YouTube was starting up, this is 2007, 2008, started seeing channels like Pete Dorr, Classic Game Room. I was really getting into it. And I went out game hunting. I went yard sailing one Saturday, and it was like late in the day, 1:00 in the afternoon or something, and I went to a yard sale that someone had advertised in the newspaper, not online, in the newspaper. And next door to them was what I like to call a piggybacker. This is where someone sees their neighbor is having a yard sale, so they decide to, unprompted, just put a bunch of crap in their driveway and also try to sell it. And that's what was going on with this guy. He had a bunch of random stuff in his driveway. And I walked up, and there was a complete in-box Sega Genesis sitting on the table next to a Street Fighter II arcade cabinet. And I just asked the guy, I was like, do you have any other video game stuff? And he's like, no. And his wife from like 30 feet away was like, yes. And he's like, no. And she's like, we talked about it. He's like, okay, let's come inside. And it was, I'll lay out the situation for you and you can envision this. It was very clearly his mother's house. And he's living there with his wife in his childhood bedroom. And I walked into the bedroom, and on the floor was a half assembled crib. And the walls were lined floor to ceiling, wall to wall with video. There was no room to put that crib between the walls and his bed. And the video games had to go. And I was like, my Lord, would you sell this? And he's like, I'll sell it all for the right price, but it'll be a lot. And I go, how much is a lot? And he was like, I think maybe like $250.
Oh my God.
And I was like, okay, I think it's worth more than that. But I can only give you this much. I think I gave him like 575. It's like how much I had.
Yeah.
And he was so thankful for it. And his wife was thankful for it. I had to rent a U-Haul. I had to rent a moving truck to move it all.
Wow.
And in there was like, you can't see it, but it's up here. I have like a sealed in-box TurboGrafx 16.
That he had?
He had it, yeah.
Wow.
Like hundreds and hundreds and probably like 800 or 900 games. So I brought them home, and I was testing them and trying them out. And I got terrible decision paralysis. I ended up like not playing anything and just playing the same old crap I was playing on my Xbox 360. And so I finally just decided what I would do is just split the games into 2 piles, and I would flip a coin and pick a game in that pile. And from there, I just started adding to this random game selection system that I came up with that has been, had rules added to it over the last decade and almost a half. And I loved that I had no decision paralysis. I loved that everything was taken out of my hands. And I found that selecting the games randomly was almost as much fun as playing the games themselves. Mm-hmm. And so I just stuck with it. That I was doing that like 10 years before I ever did YouTube.
Wow.
And when it was enough games to put in piles, that was fine. But when it started being like, the whole room is full of games, like I had to move it to a computer, right, with a spreadsheet and select that way. And I've never stopped. Like there are games in the backlog on the spreadsheet that are still from that purchase that I have still not gotten to. They just haven't been picked. They've been sitting on the backlog for like 15 years. It's crazy.
Right.
What a story.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was wild.
Thing.
Yep.
Is sitting with Jamie, just listen to his story. So if you ever get the chance, definitely take the opportunity. Check out RNG Gamer.
I'll do it.
Check out RNG Gaming, which is your other video game channel, and check out Watch RNG. And I think it's time that we check out a game that he made us pick. Should we do it, Russ?
Yep. So, well, then we're doing. We got 2 things to roll here.
We like to thank this week's sponsor, Tom Ryan's Studio. More on them later in the episode.
All right, so RNG Gamer picked our Warp Pipe rental this week. Every week we pick a game or a movie. We check it out like we rented it back in the day, and we tell you our thoughts. So I'm excited to tell our thoughts on this one. Go ahead, Russ.
Let's head to the video store, grab a game for the weekend. We have the box art and description to guide us when we're choosing what game to rent. So grab your rental card, because this is the Warp Pipe Rental.
What game you rent for the weekend?
All right, we ended up hitting the rental store for some Switch action with Cosmo Dreamer. Right here is a shoot 'em up game with a whole bunch of charm to it and different things that it never seen it before. So this was a fresh take on, I think, all our parts here.
Yep.
Cosmo Dreamer. What do we think, guys?
Why did you pick this one for us, Jamie? Tell us why you picked it.
Oh my God. Let me tell you about Cosmo Dreamer. This got randomly picked for me to play at the same time I was playing another shoot 'em up that got randomly picked for me to play. I had one on the PS4 I was playing, and one got picked on the Switch. And the one that's on the PS4 is a legendary shoot 'em up called Cyveriar Delta that people rant and rave about. It's just the greatest thing ever. Cosmo Dreamer put that game to shame. And Cosmo Dreamer is like a $5 like e-store game that they put on a cart. This game gets rid of all the annoying crap that happens in shoot 'em ups. In shoot 'em ups, the goal is to 1 credit clear the game, which means beat the game on no continues, right? You go to the arcade, you put in 1 quarter. This game gets rid of that. You tackle each level individually. If you can knock out that level and the lives they give you, it's done. You never have to play it again. Cyveriar Delta, the other game I was playing, was 40 minutes long. Okay. And I could almost play through 99% of it without ever getting hit. And then the last boss would kill me almost instantly. So fast, I didn't have a chance to even learn the patterns. And so the next time I needed to play the boss, guess what? Play 44 minutes just to get to the boss, then die. Then play 44 minutes to get to the boss, and then die. Cosmo Dreamer eliminates all of that. It's not about mastering the whole game. You just have to master that 1 level. Also, all the patterns in it, which are all the bullets coming down, none of them are annoying. None of them are super cheap. And even when you play on the easy mode, it makes you look like a badass because the bullets are coming at you, but you can totally dodge. Yeah, they're everywhere. So the fact that it did everything so well and it eliminated a bunch of crap that turns people off of shoot 'em ups, I had to give it like a 9 out of 10. And I reviewed it on the same video. I reviewed Resident Evil 9. And I think Cosmo Dreamer might like beat out Resident Evil 9 for my game of the year thus far.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
I'm just shocked by it.
What did you guys? Where am I going? Wait. You guys. I can't do it as good as Jay. What did you guys think of it?
It took me quite a while to come back from my anxiety. I'll tell you that. Just things flying at me. I'm not used to games like this. Like, I'm used to shoot 'em ups as in like, oh, maybe the next Warpipe rental that we're going to be doing that we'll announce a little bit later. But I'm not used to all of this, and like I feel like I have sensitivity issues. But like he said, like Jamie said, when you have even on casual mode, because what is there, 4 or 5 different modes on this?
Yeah, there's 4.
4.
Yep.
And even on casual mode, it's not as hard, but it's intense because you don't know. Here's the one thing that got me is the layers. So like the things that are shooting at you, but then also the background and trying to figure out what is not going to hit you and what is going to hit you.
Right.
Sense?
Yeah, so this game, I found that the bullets, I don't know if you picked up on this, they come in 2 colors, blue and purplish pink. All right. So if you think about a shoot 'em up, if you break it down, there's only certain things bullets can do. Bullets can be fired in a pre-programmed pattern.
Okay.
They can be sent out in a random pattern. They can be sent directly at you, or they can be sent at where you're going to be, calculated on your velocity across the screen at that given moment. The red bullets are all preset patterns.
Okay.
The blue bullets are always either directed at you or where you're going to be. Which is why if you watch real professional shoot 'em up players, instead of just moving straight across the screen, they go tap, 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 tap. That's tap dodging. What that does is that messes with the calculations of the game that are trying to predict where the to be.
Okay.
And so once you know where the pink bullets are going to be, because they're pre-programmed, you don't pay attention to those. You don't have to look at them. You just have to know where they're not going to be. Then you just focus on the blue bullet.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of strategy there with that. As for all the stuff in the background, maybe I've just gotten used to it. I found the bullets in this to be very visible. I never had that issue, but people do have that issue with shoot 'em ups, and I have that problem in some shoot 'em ups. But this one, I was okay.
I remember I was sitting on the couch today. My daughter is off from school this week, so I get to spend the day with her today, and we were talking about we were like looking on. We watch YouTube together, and I was just like, "Hey, check this out!" And I played the trailer for the video game. Now, my daughter, very casual game. She's 7, guys, so just keep in mind she's 7 years old. Today we played the Princess Peach game and Mario Odyssey, and she's kind of just like, she's at that age where she's learning controls and cameras and stuff like that. So she's played the fruit game and like all these other games, and she says to me after watching the trailer, she turns to me with the most serious face on, like almost of shock, and she's like, "There's a lot going on there." And I was like, "Yep." It was perfect. I did laugh. It was pretty funny. But what did you guys think? Russ, I know that you I called you the other day and you said you picked it up.
Yeah, it's funny because I had moved the Switch down to the living room area, so I had downloaded it, and we mostly use it as like a YouTube machine down there. for when I'm hanging out with my daughter. My daughter's 3, so quite younger. So I had downloaded it and I was going to give it a go, and she was watching and she wanted to play it and has no idea how to like use a controller or anything. So I was showing her, you just got to hold this and it fires and this kind of moves you. And she was just, constantly dying. But I don't know. She had a few go rounds at it and then watched me play because I was like, well, we got to take turns because you keep dying and I want to see further in the level.
What about you, Keith?
I made it to level 5, I think. I found it easier to play on the Switch in handheld mode than I did on the TV when I was playing on the TV tonight.
Interesting.
But I suck at these games. My brain doesn't cycle like that. This one it was playable for sure. On casual, it was something fun. I felt like I could get to the next level. I did die in stage 5 and had to, try it over again and made it through it. So I feel like it's a lot better than some of the other ones. I don't know if I could do the more advanced options for gameplay, but I like the colors. I like you're saying, David, I got a little confused sometimes. Like you're getting all the stars coming at you, and then the next enemy shows up and there's more bullets. I'm like, oh, and then my brain would reset for a second and I'd be like, oh, and I'm dead because now I'm looking at stars and not looking at the bullets. But that's on me, right? So I thought it was a really cool one. So I like that you picked a newer game for us to try out, one that I don't think any of us would have picked, or again, one we've never heard of. So I think that's awesome.
Right.
Shoot 'em up players are pretty hardcore. They're probably the most hardcore of all the like game genre aficionados, and they get stuck in we get stuck in our ways. We want all the games to use the same mechanics and feel the same because we love them so much. I love that this game didn't do that, and yet it was still able to pull it off, right? Not having to get the one credit clear, you just do one stage at a time. And the patterns, to me, I could tell what their influences were. Like this is very clearly based on the Dodonpachi series, which is a long-running shoot 'em up series.
Yeah.
And so I recognized the patterns. I was able to, on casual mode, the first time I played it, I missed it, meaning not only did I not have to use a continue or die, I never got hit at all until about the 6th stage. And I think I died once the first time through casual. And so I was able to finally get it beaten on maniac mode. But the last stage took me 2 or 3 weeks of practice just working on that one stage to be able to beat the boss.
Wow.
Which I think has like close to 10 phases.
Okay.
And I luckily did it on a live stream. And I knew that I was going to have to get all the way through the stage and make it to the final boss with 4 lives left to have any sort of chance. And I like bombed it at the beginning of the stage. Like I died once right away and then I died again. I came into the boss with 3 lives and was like, RNG, you just got to play the best. All you got to do is dodge, man. Just dodge. Just dodge. And there were 2 phases where I always die. For the first time ever, I made it through without getting hit. And then I got an extra life. And then literally, like, if I had to go another 2 seconds, I would have, like, lost. And it was so just a weight lifted off my chest when I finally did. But the other game, Siberian Delta, that I was talking about, I also 1 credit cleared it on the same stream. I did them back to back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so like 2 of the hardest games that have come out in years, I 1 credit cleared them back to back.
Like this is a man that's
with that game,
Silver Surfer, so it's understandable.
I did do Silver Surfer.
Right?
Man.
Yeah, Silver Surfer, I was able to get to the last stage without ever getting hit.
Is that other shoot 'em up that you mentioned, is that also like a top-down like this one?
It is, but it's the mechanic of it. So think of Cosmo Dreamer with all of the bullets, right?
Yeah.
But this game, the goal is to get as close to the bullets as you can without getting hit. You actually graze them.
Okay.
So by grazing them, you increase your score and you level up.
Oh, wow.
And the goal is to level up, and that's how you power up your ship. And it's like a risk reward system. So the boss may shoot like a giant shotgun blast of bullets at you, You have the choice of like dodging all the way out of the way or trying to weave through it.
Right.
And if you weave through it, you might level up a couple times. If you dodge all the way, you won't be strong enough to get to the next stage. And some of the stages are gated off. You don't have a high enough score and you're not leveled up enough, it won't even let you finish the game. And so I had been struggling with that and trying to figure out how to do it. And so the fact that I did those like back to back within an hour, I was just so thrilled. Not only that I did it, but also to be done with the damn thing.
So you got to really know that hitbox.
Oh, yeah. So in Cosmo Dreamer, your hitbox is 1 pixel.
Wow.
I noticed that because I was like, ooh, I should have got hit there. And I was like, oh, I didn't get hit. And I was like, okay, like the hitbox is real small on this. And then I got hit and died. So it still happens.
1 pixel. Yeah, if you get hit, like they want to make sure that it's your fault. It's not like some weird frame delay or something like that. No, it's 1 pixel right in the center of your body.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. Shoot 'em ups, it's a whole different world.
Yeah.
Some of the boss phases, like I figured out spots in the bosses where like you literally don't move. Like if I just stay here and I count to 30 and I tap left twice, nothing will hit me. Yeah. And so figuring all that stuff out can be really fun. And I'm a big shoot 'em up fan, but a lot of people, that's the only game type they play. I don't do that. I play a lot of them, but I may play like 4 or 5 a year. There are some people, they've played one shoot 'em up and only that game for 20 years trying to get the one credit.
Wow. How many, just real quick, do you know how many levels are in this game?
Cosmo Dreamer?
Yeah.
I think it's like 11.
11.
Almost half.
And I'm assuming you've cleared it. How long did it take you to clear the game?
Oh, the 11 on casual I beat the first time through without ever really getting killed.
Okay.
And then I worked my way up to Maniac. And on Maniac, it took me about a day and a half to get to the last stage. Okay. And then the last stage took me 2 weeks with about an hour to an hour and a half of practice every day.
Okay.
So I bet I spent 3 hours total on the entire game, except for the last level where I spent 14 hours.
Wow. And they don't this isn't one of those games where like they'll come out with new levels or anything like that?
No, it's done. It's done.
It's done. Yeah.
It's done. Okay. You're done with it. Yeah, finish it. Go through and beat it on casual. Like I said, you'll start picking up. This game is perfect to teach you how to play a shooter.
Okay.
I feel like the bullets direct you into a solution. That's what it is. You're not looking to dodge. That's the thing with shoot 'em ups. Everybody thinks you have to be like a huge genius to like see these patterns. Yeah. You don't. It's a puzzle game. You're decoding where the routes are. It's called routing. Like if you hang to the left, you know when you start a boss fight, you start on the right side of the screen and then you slowly work your way to the left and then you work up and then you come down, and it's like a dance. You're learning these moves over time. I don't see a pattern on a screen and be like, oh shit, I gotta dodge all this. Like that never happens. You get into a flow state. And some of these shoot 'em ups, people get so good at them, they play them blindfolded. So that's how much you can learn it. So
crazy. Yeah. So you're giving this, but for like rating this, you're pretty high on the rating scale.
I gave it a 9.
A 9.
9 out of 10.
So, 9 out of 10. Yeah, in a year, I'll play 100 something games.
Okay.
There'll be like 5 that get a 9 or higher.
Okay. So it's high praise.
It's up there. It's high praise. I'm telling you, this is a good shoot 'em up. If you're into it, there has not been a modern one in 10 years that's as good as this.
Are we using a 10 scale or a 5 scale?
Let's use Jamie's 10 scale. What are we giving it?
We'll use
Russ,
a 10
what
scale.
do you think?
I didn't get to spend a ton of time with it, but I'd say it's probably a 6 or 7
out of 10.
Yeah, right.
Okay. For me, I have anxiety with all the flashing stuff like that. Again, it's not one of those games that like my eyes sometimes just can't keep up. You know what I mean? So for that, I'll give it a 7. I think that's 7.5, somewhere around there.
As someone that is more of a RPG player, something that is slow and I'm not having to dodge, 10 million bullets and figure out that the colors are different and one's chasing me and one's not. I would go 7.5 for sure on this one, I think, because
those are all
want
fair
to play more of it. It's not like Silver Surfer or like a Life Force type of game where I'm gonna be like, I don't want to keep playing this. This one, I know I can make it to the next level, so I want to play more of it. So I'd give it a 7.5 for sure.
Well, Keith, you were on to something with it when you said it was easier on handheld mode. And what people don't realize on shoot 'em ups, you want to play on a smaller screen.
Okay.
You're talking about looking around.
I could feel
you don't look around.
That's true.
You literally look in one spot, and you have to have the whole screen in your peripheral vision. If you start looking around, you have blind spots.
I could feel that.
So when I play shoot 'em ups, I play on like a flipping 14-inch CRT.
Wow.
I sit like 3 feet away, and I can see the whole screen. If I try to play a shoot 'em up on my big screen TV, it's like impossible. Like I don't know when the bullets are coming until they're right on top of me. Okay, you're like looking around everywhere. So,
all right. So
there play Silver Surfer.
That was my mistake. That was my mistake. I played it on a 55-inch screen.
No.
Can't do that.
No, you gotta see the whole screen.
We need that thing.
Yep.
The more you know.
Yes.
The more you know.
Well, Keith, it's funny you should mention one of those games that you just shouted out, because we are going to be playing it for next week. What? We got Life Force coming up, so a little palate cleanser for Cosmo Dreamer. This one you can play on a 55-inch screen. I can guarantee that. So this is one of my favorites on the NES for shoot 'em ups. So it's got great music. We'll talk about it next week, but if you guys head out to the rental store this weekend, rent Life Force. It's a good for the NES.
Nice. I dig it.
All right, guys, we're going to move into a Throwdown Showdown. We're going to pit a couple things against each other and see what everyone thinks. See what this battle is going to look like. Go ahead, Russ. Okay. We've mentioned one of these two things tonight, so let's get into it. This is called Mutants versus Military, the Saturday morning SmackDown. This is going to be a Saturday morning crossover, and this matchup depends heavily on whether the X-Men are using their powers. We're going to put G.I. Joe up against the X-Men. So G.I. Joe, we've got, an elite military special ops team. Their core strengths are going to be real-world weapons, tanks, jets, missiles, tactical warfare, and battle strategy. They've got a huge roster: Snake Eyes, Duke, Scarlet, Roadblock. All of them are involved. Stealth, espionage, coordinated military ops. They're used to fighting Cobra enemies and super tech threats. And their weakness is going to be they're mostly just peak humans, and they are limited defense versus high tier superpowers. They're going up against the X-Men, mutant superheroes. And this team is pretty absurdly stacked if we're going to really get into it here. Typical lineup: Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm, Jean Grey, Beast, Rogue, Nightcrawler, Colossus, Iceman, Professor X. Strengths: telepathy, weather control, regeneration, teleportation, superhuman strength and invulnerability, Omega level, reality warping with Jean Grey and the Phoenix, and battlefield mobility and crowd control. Weaknesses: some members are still human level durability, and they occasionally rely on teamwork and coordination. So we're going to break this fight down into rounds today. The first round is going to be the no superpowers, just skills.
Okay.
Skills.
Excuse me. So where's my start to this fight? Let me find the right thing here. Oh no, that's not a different one. All right, so no superpowers, just skills, basic military forces versus our mutants. Who do we think is going to win if we're going just sheer skills and training here?
I mean, G.I. Joe's got guns.
Right, they can use guns, or they're just using fists in this first round.
We're using whatever we can get a hold of in the round 1. Just
you don't think that the X-Men can get their hands on some freaking guns?
But would they?
Yeah, if they didn't have any superpowers, what the hell else are they going to do? Like run into the
line
of fire?
Yeah.
I think in there and just toss what they can.
If there's no superpowers involved,
right,
and you're talking about like resources and training,
let's go.
I think
no superpowers, no guns,
wins, man.
Resources and training,
Okay.
G.I. Joe, like half the X-Men don't know how to do crap without their superpowers, right?
He's not
wrong.
What's
Jean Grey gonna do?
Absolutely.
What's Storm gonna do?
Like,
they're not gonna. I mean, even Cyclops is gonna not. I mean, his strength.
He's just blind
at that point, right? Yeah.
Well, now wait a minute. Hold on though. But does Wolverine still have his?
Yeah, because that's not his.
Because that's part of his body.
I mean, they're gonna come out, but if we're not using, if there's no powers involved, he's gonna be in quite a lot of pain.
Well, he won't be able to heal.
He won't be able to heal, essentially, right?
Yeah,
but he's still going to be flipping all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, but like he's going to bleed out. It doesn't matter if your skeleton is like made out of adamantium. It's like you can't break your bone, but if all the skin falls off your leg.
Well, I also feel like G.I. Joe also is, tactical with like they can hide. They could, come kind of blindside them a little bit.
How does Beast work? Is he not in beast mode?
He would just be a hairy cat.
Yeah, he'd be a big guy.
Right? A big hairy man.
Because I'm like, he could hide. He could climb up trees and whatnot, right?
Right.
Like Professor X, though. Like with no superpowers.
He just hit people with his chair.
Just wheel out to the middle of the battlefield.
Yeah, I think this round has got to go to G.I. Joe.
Yeah, who's the best fighter on the X-Men? It would be Wolverine.
Yeah,
but if he was going up against Snake Eyes would just beat the hell out of him. There's no chance.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Right?
I agree.
The rule of ninjutsu says that one ninja gonna take you out. A bunch of ninjas, you got a little better chance because they're not as
right.
It's not gonna work. All right, so the robot Rob says G.I. Joe has military tactics, vehicle support, stuff like that, all that knowledge we're talking about. And like we said, mutants might not be quite as trained. So G.I. Joe wins the round if there's no superpowers, just skill. So round 2 we're looking at here is standard X-Men powers allowed. Now things get a little unfair, a little fast here. So we have our standard powers. None of the Omega level mutants are allowed here. So no Jean Grey as Phoenix or anything like that. What do we think? If we're handing G.I. Joes their weapons, their guns, they're basically full power. And then we've got mutants at standard mutant powers. What do we think in here? How's this going to go?
How much time do they have to prepare?
They've got as much time as it takes for the alert to come in that there's X-Men attacking the G.I. Joe base, let's say.
Okay. X-Men is attacking.
They're relying on their training. They're relying on grabbing their stuff.
Okay.
X-Men win.
Yeah. I would have to agree.
Give me your
reason. I mean, they're mutants. I guess they're mutants. I mean, first off,
like Cyclops would just like literally any soldier he looks at dead.
Right.
Nightcrawler just teleports in and just disables the missile systems. Like, what?
Right.
And then Wolverine heals.
Yeah, like I just don't think there's any way that there's any chance. Like it doesn't even matter if you have a tank. Like, what are you gonna do?
Storm, tornado.
Well, I mean, you got And
like
then
Rogue might be a little useless. Gambit, like.
There's definitely a few that might be a little useless.
Like even Jean Grey. She's not Omega level. She's what I call like normal Jean Grey.
Yeah.
She just mind controls the commander.
Right.
And he's like, stop the attack.
Right.
Stop.
Professor
and
X.
Then Cyclops freaking bisects him with his lasers.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, I mean, this is X-Men all the way, no?
This is X-Men. I would agree. And Rob agrees with us here. The key problem for the G.I. Joes is Professor X could mentally shut down the entire team basically instantly. Storm just summons lightnings. And Russ, you're right. Tornadoes, their tanks are pretty much flying through the air with them inside of it. Jamie hit the nail on the head. Nightcrawler teleports behind enemy lines and opens the gates, opens the door, shuts down the security system on them. Wolverine basically can't be killed. Even if he's up against Snake Eyes, Snake Eyes is going to challenge him, but he's not going to be able to put him down, right? So eventually Wolverine will win something like that. And Cyclops, like you said, long-range battlefield beam cannon. He's just wiping stuff out with his eyes.
So the only way that X-Men are losing is if the tanks that were in the tornado are falling down and crushing them.
Just hitting somebody here and there. Takes out Gambit as he's getting his playing cards out.
He's like unwrapping the tank.
So military tactics struggle against mind control and superpowers for sure. X-Men win. All right, round 3. We're going full power. Omega powers are allowed on the mutants.
It's just the end of the world, right?
It's over now.
Or Iceman go full power. I think we already said it, right? This is going to be
G.I. Joe's got to break out Tiger Force,
right?
And Ninja Force
versus
and Ninja Force
beings.
I don't think if every single person in the entire United States was an elite member of G.I. Joe, that they could take out the Omega Force X-Men.
I don't think so either. No.
I don't think so. Just like suck the entire country into like a wormhole. Like,
yeah. Like, this is basically X-Men overwhelming, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Sergeant Slaughter could put him in the camel clutch.
Oh,
he got him. That's right.
Pinned. I don't know what the camel clutch looks like. That sounds weird, but all right.
Instinct move.
So X-Men win that one absolutely overwhelmingly if we put full power mutants against it. So final verdict, round 1. If there's no powers, I mean, G.I. Joes have it 100%. They're just random individuals at that point for the X-Men. And X-Men win round 2, and then X-Men literally stomps G.I. Joe into the ground. Overall winner, 9 out of 10 fights. X-Men are going to win. And this crossover is going to end.
Really?
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
There's going to be 1 or 2. Something random could happen. And
those tanks falling.
Right? Rogue or Jubilee throws some sparkles at Snake Eyes, and he's like, whack, whack, done, right?
Yeah.
Or
more likely is that the X-Men accidentally end up killing each other.
Yes, right?
That's fair.
Cyclops just like cuts to the base and doesn't realize that Storm's on the other side, summoning a tornado, and her head falls off.
Because there's nothing like friendly fire to end a friendship, right?
Yep.
All right, so this crossover is probably going to end with Wolverine joining the G.I. Joes in a special mission. That's really what's probably going to end up here. So that, guys, is Throwdown Showdown for this week. Next one away.
Sweet, good one for sure. All right, we're going to get to our main topic, but before that, we're going to take a quick commercial break and check out some cool nostalgia commercials.
We've seen them. UFO invaders.
They got saucers, blinding lights.
And you know, I think they're coming closer.
I saw holograms, escape pods, lasers.
There's just no stopping them.
I said, hey, don't take my schnookers. Take me.
The force behind this is very powerful.
They're here. The new UFO collection from Lego System. Each set sold separately, batteries not included.
The adult world is designed to keep us moving. And while this may make us more efficient, it's not exactly a party. Luckily, technology has produced a cure. It's called a Game Boy, the personal game-playing system from Nintendo, with lots of sports, action, and puzzle games to choose from. And it comes with a puzzle game Tetris. It could change your outlook.
I'm sorry, sir. Your flight's been delayed.
Cool. Game Boy by Nintendo. Have you had your fun today?
Our sponsor this week is artist Tom Ryan from Tom Ryan Studio. And if you're a comic fan, well, listen up. Tom creates hand-drawn sketch covers, variant comic covers, and he's done published work with Dynamite Comics. He also makes enamel pins and color-rich art prints that pop. And here's the quality flex. If it's a print error, he won't sell it. No laziness, no rushed batches, and no AI art. Just legit talent and love for the craft. Check out Tom Ryan Studio on Etsy or click the link down below to head to his site and use our code to save some cash. Support someone who actually draws his work. Tom Ryan Studio. All right, back in action. We're diving into retro game collecting. Is it nostalgia or an investment? Which way is everyone leaning? Trying to invest now for retirement. I see a lot of graded games out there. A lot of people doing that. I never got into that myself with the graded games, but I see them quite often now at the conventions, right?
Well, I see a lot of games in Jamie's background.
Yes.
An awful lot of games. Hey Jamie, do one of those hand gestures so it zooms into the back of your screen there. There you go.
Do it here.
Is it gonna do it?
This one?
Oh, there it is. Look at all those games.
Got Switch, got Jaguar. I see a box.
What you don't know is that this is only about 1/8 of it that you're seeing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I've been in Jamie's game basement and it is massive. And it's got its own bathroom, guys. Like it is.
And a shower.
There we go.
It's awesome. That is an investment, in my opinion. What you have there is very impressive.
It is. Man, this is the age-old question, right?
Right.
I guess it depends on your mindset when you get it. People can get into video games as purely an investment. They have no interest in video games. It's just a vehicle for parking money and building equity and possibly, flipping or, liquid assets or something. But in my case, I've never bought a game really for the purpose of speculating or increasing the value of my collection. But it's much like the way it happens when you buy a house.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of people's wealth is in their home. You don't buy a home for your family as an investment. You buy it because you need a place to live and you're tired of dealing with renting or something and you need a backyard for your dogs. And then over the years, your house appreciates. And the next thing you know, you've got a couple $100,000 of equity and it is an investment.
Right.
Now, the question is at that point, how do you treat it? A lot of people treat video games as like this sacred thing. No money should ever be involved with video games. Entertainment for the masses.
Yeah.
These are worth something to me, not monetarily, but emotionally. I have a lot of memories tied up in these video games, and I'm just a steward of these for my kids. So while I don't view it as an investment, it has a lot of monetary value, and it's my job to take care of that and preserve it. Don't beat up your games. Don't tear them up. There's value there. I might not have bought them for that reason, but it's there now. And by God, I don't want to squander that.
Don't devalue it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't get into it for the purpose of monetizing and for the investment aspect of it. You get into it because you enjoy it, you love it, but down the road leads to something different. Everyone changes, everyone comes up with their own needs so now when you Jamie, let me ask you a question. When you purchase your games, how often, because you do have a lot of games.
Got about 4,000 games.
That's crazy. How often are you buying games currently?
All the time.
Okay.
I buy games all the time.
So you're still buying them all the time. And
yeah.
What gravitates you towards a specific game?
The game looks like it's fun.
Okay.
That's the only requirement.
Okay.
So I have a rule, and I stole this from an old YouTube channel. It's called the FIG system. Every game has to be fun or interesting or good. Preferably 2, maybe all 3 of those things.
Okay.
Nothing in the FIG system has anything to do with money.
True.
Right.
Fun game, interesting idea, good time. That's what it is. A game looks interesting and fun, I'll buy it.
Okay.
But I never look at something and I'm like, that game's going to be rare. Now, we'll see something and I'll be like recently I mentioned a PlayStation 5 game called Speeda Llama.
Yeah.
Speeda Llama got delisted from online, and the company that printed it, they made a mistake. The game was supposed to be rated M, and they put rated T on the game.
Okay.
Got pulled from store shelves. I was like, I'm going to go out and buy this right now, not because I'm going to flip it later or it's going to be valuable, but because it'll be more expensive later when I want to play it.
Oh, got you. All right. So every single purchase you make is strictly for gameplay, not necessarily nostalgia, but it's for gameplay that you're going to play. And you're not going on, I'll just say this. We're not purposely like going on limited run games because we know the value that, oh, this is going to be limited and then we're going to flip it for more money later on.
No. The only thing like that I ever do is if there's a game that's out that I've played that I really love and like a new version comes out, like a big collector's edition or something, I'll buy that to put on the shelf just because I love the game.
Yeah.
And I may leave it sealed because I've played the game like, a million times. But never once in my entire life have I ever looked at a game and thought like, that's going to make me money someday.
Okay.
Never once has that come up.
So
the only thing that's
them for the fun.
weird. I'm in it for the fun.
Yeah.
I am a collector, but I'm a gamer. Like 99% of the way I'm a gamer. I love games so much that it made me a collector because I want copies of the stuff I like playing, right? I just like a lot of different games. Something that's weird that will happen though is that I will buy a game like new from limited run games or just wherever, because I play everything randomly. It may not get picked for years and years and years for me to play, and then when it does get picked, I'm like, this game I think is kind of expensive. I'll look up the price.
Okay.
And sometimes the game will be like $700.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's $700 sealed, but it's $85 open.
Yeah.
So
I will just buy it again open and I'll keep it sealed. And very, 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 very rarely will I sell that sealed copy. What I'll end up doing is trading it to another collector.
Okay.
For a bunch of other stuff. I don't typically like to sell really anything, but I'll trade stuff. A good example is I'll just show it to you real quick. Give me 1 second.
So as far as nostalgia or investment goes, what do you guys oh well, here he comes. Let's see what he's got. He's jumping all around the room there.
I'm going. This is the rarest Xbox 360 game.
Okay.
This is Delta Zeal and Tri-Zeal. And there's a version of it that's the special edition with a gold cover.
Okay.
And it is so rare. There's only about 5 copies ever up on eBay. There has not been a copy of this put on eBay or online that I've seen in 5 years. Not a single copy at all.
Okay.
And mine is sealed. The value of this game is we don't know. The more common version of it, open, is like $300.
Okay.
Wow.
This could be worth $2,000. Who knows?
Sure.
I'm not going to open this, but I spent years tracking down an open copy.
Okay.
So I have the sealed copy and the open copy.
Yeah.
This right here, worth a lot of money. I have no interest in it. None whatsoever. I do not want it in my collection. is it can't be played. So I'll get rid of this. Even though this is worth thousands of dollars, maybe. This I paid $200 for.
Okay.
This is the one I want in my collection because I can play it. It's about the game, not about the
So-
monetary value. By selling this, I will be devaluing the collection. That's not what's important. The game's what's important. And I can't play this. I'm not going to open it. Some collector needs this to finish their sealed Xbox 360 collection. I don't care about that. So I'll let it go.
So for that, you can hear me without your headphones?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. So let me ask you this, because that's sealed, would you consider that an investment now?
No, this is an investment because an investment by definition requires me to buy it with the expectation of a future monetary gain.
Okay.
There we go.
Nothing is bought with the expectation of a future monetary anything.
That's trade bait, basically, right now.
Yep. Once it's in here, it's part of the collection. I'll take care of it. I'm not going to devalue it.
Right.
I won't grab a sealed game that's worth $1,000 and tear it open and be like, games are meant to be played. That's stupid.
Okay.
Buy an open copy of the game and then trade away the sealed copy. Yeah. You're not only hurting the value of the game by opening it, you're literally denying someone that needs that sealed copy. There are people that want the sealed copy.
Right.
That's how they collect, right?
There's only limited numbers of that. So
there's only why would you do that? Like I care about games, not just gaming, but like preserving these games forever.
Preservation, right.
If you send a book to a library, they're going to take good care of it. It's still meant to be read. I need to take good care of this. But I didn't buy it with the intention of making it. It's not a value. It's not an investment. It is a commodity.
Okay. And so I guess we could make the argument that investment would be more of straight up resellers that are purposely going to either shows or online or flea markets or anything like that, that are purposely buying it for that reason, as opposed to Jamie, which is he's buying them for the gameplay, which is completely different. And everybody has their own views on that. What do you think about?
Yeah,
it can turn into, like we're talking here, it can be purchased for nostalgia, purchased for, your fun, you're interesting, and it's a good game. But like we're saying here, it can build into being an investment down the road, right? Like it might not be the initial.
Yeah, it can be.
But down the road, it's a bit of, turned into being, that was a bit of an investment that I made there. I didn't realize it, but I guess it is.
It can be. It can
I see
be.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So an interesting one, I'll bring this up, was that when I bought this house that I'm in, I was dealing with a closing agent, a real estate attorney, and I was trying to lock in my interest rate. And I was talking to him on a Saturday or something, and everyone was expecting interest rates to go up on Monday. And he's like, I really want to lock you in today, but I did not have a letter from a bank saying they would give me the loan to buy the house. And so he's like, well, you need some sort of equity. You need some value to say you have enough monetary worth to afford this house so we can lock in this interest rate. And he's like, do you have anything like that? And I was like, well, I have my retirement accounts at work. I have some investments and stuff, but like paperwork, I can't get you any paperwork today. It's Saturday.
Right.
And then it clicked on me. I was like, I have my insurance evaluation of my game collection.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I showed that to him and he was like, oh yeah, that's good enough. Bam, approved.
Yeah.
And so he approved the loan. He approved me for buying the house, and interest rates did go up on Monday. And because the game collection had that value and I had the appraisal for it, probably over the life of this loan, that probably will save me $15,000 or $20,000 because I got a lower interest rate. So it's one thing to buy something with the expectation of making money. It's something else to have something you already have and leveraging it to make your life better. That made my life better. This collection made my life better.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
that's really, really like that's a great story. I mean, when it comes to using your collection to buy a house, but not having to sell it.
Yes.
Yeah. It talks about...
It's why billionaires don't pay taxes, right? Billionaires don't pay taxes. They don't have income. They borrow money against their net worth. Since it's borrowed money, it's not income. You don't pay taxes.
So in that case, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this. So in that case, you didn't purposely buy all of that stuff for investing, but because of that, it was the investment you made on your house.
Yeah, it was. But it wasn't, it was the tool for it, right?
Right, it's not intentional.
It's a monetary vehicle, right?
Yes.
You have to remember that. Whether it's a 1976 Les Paul, or it's a Rolex watch, or it's a copy of Little Samson.
Yeah.
You did not buy any of those things. They are not purchased. A purchase entails that the money is spent and gone. It's a vehicular model of money. You took your cash money, your capital, and you converted it into a commodity. It still carries a monetary value. The money has been converted to another item. It's still there. So even though a game that I put on the shelf, I don't consider an investment, it is worth money.
Yeah.
It is worth money. And money is specifically meant to be used to buy goods and services and to build wealth. So if I went out today and I needed to have a loan to, like, let's say, fix my roof, I needed $40,000. And I have to provide equity or collateral against that loan. What do you think I'm going to do? Am I going to take out another mortgage on my house that I could default on and then they could repossess my house? Am I going to sell my car? What am I going to do? Take out a loan against the video game. Take out a loan against the video game. Super easy. And you got to think, by the time that that loan is due and you've paid it off, the video games may have increased in value more than the interest rate.
Yeah.
But at the end of the way, it was a free loan and you made money. Like, there's a lot there that you can do with these video games other than thinking, like, I'm going to buy this game for $1 and sell it for $2.
Right.
And
such a baseline level of economic understanding to do that.
And if you have to, if something comes up, we see a lot of people that this ends up happening, right? Something comes up, like you said, you still have that value.
Oh, it's
value
there.
in it. Yeah.
It's liquid.
So
I could have $50,000 in my hand in 2 hours.
Right.
Exactly. Right. And I never think about it that way. I've never, like, going for the NES set was never about selling it down the road. It was never, I was like, I'm never going to sell these games. Like, I want to have all of them. I want to have a wall of Nintendo games that I can be like, that's all of them. And if anyone I want to play, if someone wants to play Jeopardy with Vanna White or whatever it is, we can do that. Wheel of Fortune, whatever. But looking at it now that I'm further into it, it's like, if anything ever happens, there's a little nest egg sitting there in video games. Like, I have a small savings account in video games that I can take out and I can play and I can enjoy. So I bought them for nostalgia, but as I got deeper into it and standing here the other day looking at them, being like, wow, there's a fair bit of cash sitting right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's cash that I can play with. It's cash that I can enjoy. So if I have to sell it, something happens, I can do that. And I still have that money, but I'm getting to enjoy that cash money right now in Little Samson or something like that. Right. So it's kind of cool
100%.
that we can do that with what we have in the collections that we have.
Let me ask you guys a question, because this is something that I think is on a lot of collectors' minds as well. Because if we're talking about nostalgia, I'm not even against investment, but what we're talking about now is using your collection as way to either pay bills or whatever. How much does nostalgia hold you back from doing that as well? Like, for instance, let me just throw this out here. It's, like, here's an example. As you guys know, I'm a huge My Pet Monster guy. Okay? Now, this one in particular, right here, that I'm pointing at. I'm sorry, I can't do the L thing to zoom in.
Zoom in, yeah.
But this one right here, I got in Chicago of last year, and it is like my holy grail of My Pet Monster. I don't know if I could ever sell that for paying bills, because one, I don't know if I would ever get it back because of how rare it is. The story that I have behind it. I mean, this essentially right here, that's the start of my YouTube channel. Like picking that up in Chicago, my first road trip on the road filming, that's the story. And so there's so many levels to that. So my question is, how difficult is it to part with your collection when it was nostalgia to pay bills and do that sort of thing?
I think for the
I'm fortunate
right
I've never had to do that.
Right? For the right reason, it
Yeah.
makes it worth it, right? Like I do,
Right.
this is not video game, not nostalgia, not toy related at all, but I do know family friends. They're an older couple now. They're 70s. But he had a Mustang. That was his prized possession when he was younger. He met her, they fell in love. He wanted to buy her a ring, so he sold his prized possession, this Mustang, this classic Mustang, to get her a wedding ring that he wanted to get her, and ask the woman that he loved to marry him. So the right moment for him, someone that he loved, was, this is what I'm going to do to move forward in my life in this case. So like you said, David, like that, My Pet Monster, for the right moment, for the right reason, it makes it worth it, right? So you might not get it back. He's never going to have that Mustang again. He's progressed in his lifetime, or he's got another Mustang that he loves, but what happens? And you can move forward from this stuff, and maybe down the road when the time is right again, have it back in your collection. So
sure, that is
an option for the right
true. Reason. Sure, I guess for sake of argument, how much does nostalgia hold you back, though? It's tough. It's really
drag
tough.
Your feet for sure.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, 100%.
Well, you'll make compromises essentially too. Like if you're selling off an entire collection, you're like, well, these are the games that my dad got me, my mom got me these, or like I got this at my 10th birthday. You might be like, well, I can sell this pile, but I'll keep this one item because it holds a better story or nostalgia on that, and I can still pay my bills with these 30 games over here, something like that, and you make your compromise that way.
And that's also where we do all have very big collections, right? So if it's not that, maybe it's something else, but like, so I'm just saying there's everybody's situation is also going to be different. Whether it's nostalgia or it's investment. I don't know. I feel for me, I'm a little bit of both. I mean, there are some things that I do consider investments. Especially when I'm going to all these toy shows, if I can get something at a really, really great price, that I know that I could get a little bit more, yes, I will go ahead and do that. And that's just because, as far as I've been self-employed for over 20 years, and I don't know where my one career is going and where another career might be going. So, my situation is, yes, I will go and make an investment if I need to. And it's something that I enjoy doing. So I don't think that everyone's going to be different and everyone's situation is going to be different.
It's all going to be personal.
That's kind of my take on it. Yeah, it's kind of like a personal thing
it
for
is,
everybody.
right? Like Jamie's saying, like someone's going to want that sealed copy of that game. That's how they collect. That's their personal choice. Someone else is going to just be fine with the loose disc. They don't even need the case, right? It's all in how we are, and it's all in a personal thing. Like all of my NES games are loose. I don't need the boxes. I really don't. That's not what I'm looking for. That's my personal choice. Got someone like Woodman. His are all in box and nice boxes and stuff like that. That's how Travis wants to collect. So, you know, down the road, maybe it is an investment. But for right now, for a lot of us, it's either nostalgia or looking for something fun and something interesting to play, which I think is make us nerds and have people look at us and be like, wait, you have a what room? You have a game room. It's full of what nows? But then, someone like Jamie can look at them and be like, yeah, used it to get a good interest rate on my house, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. It happens.
I think that's the biggest thing is like when, Jamie, that story is incredible. Like I don't know if I would have ever thought about that, like using that as leverage, rather than going at get a bank loan and stuff like that. Like that's something that I think a lot of collectors and anyone listening should really take into consideration when thinking about what their collection is worth, getting it appraised, because that situation could come up for anybody.
Yeah. People don't think about it.
No.
You buy something, you're like, oh, I bought it and now I have it and it's done. And I'm like, it's just like putting money in a savings account, right? That money's supposed to be working for you. That money can work for you when you're not working. And your game collection can continue to work for you. It can appreciate over time. You can use it for all kinds of things. Collateral. There's tons of stuff. It's a liquid asset. It's highly in demand. It's easy to find people that want it. It's easy to move. And, gold right now. A perfect example is gold and silver, right? Or through the roof. Gold's over $5,000 an ounce. Silver's over $100 an ounce. People are like, gold's really expensive. I'm gonna get into silver. I'm gonna start buying a bunch of silver. And then they realize how much silver weighs.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm gonna put $100,000 of my cash into silver. And then you realize like that physically weighs so much that if you put it in a safe, the safe will fall through the floor of your house.
Yeah, right.
You can't put it in a safety deposit box at the bank because you can't pick up the safety deposit box. It weighs 180 pounds. Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do with it? The fact that I can go grab Kuon off the shelf and it's worth like over $1,000 now, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's worth a couple $1,000. It's easy to move. Not that I've ever had to do that. I hope I never do.
Sure.
But yeah, there's a lot of value there. And that's what I love about video games is I think it's one of the best collecting hobbies in the world because it's readily available. There's a great community around it. It generally, unless you get out of hand like I've done, it doesn't take up much space, but you get to play with it. You get to do something with it. Unlike collecting coins or baseball cards where you just look at them. And being able to grab something that's worth a couple $1,000s and interact with it and build memories with it and stuff. And that's the reason I think there isn't going to be a video game bubble because we have too much memory invested in these games, not just money. It's not
then you guys started talking about like physical and digital.
Well,
there's that.
Whatever makes you excited for video games is all that I care about. Unless the only thing that excites you about video games is selling them to just make money.
Sure.
like I don't mind somebody reselling. And I've decided now I've gotten in hot water. We're talking about resellers, but I've decided that I have a new way to think about it. If you go out game hunting and you stumble upon a game in the pursuit of finding something for your collection, like you said, and you're like, I can make a few bucks on this.
Yeah.
I've decided that reseller is a different type of reseller than the person who gets up in the morning and they're like, I'm going out to find a game to make some. It's the onus behind it. I have nothing against someone who buys a game and they let it sit on a shelf for 10 years and they look at it and they're like, this is worth 5 times what I paid for it. And they sell it. Like, who would fault anybody for that? You're not taking it away from anybody. You already had it, right? So I personally don't sell stuff. Not that I'm on a moral high ground. I actually really hate having to take pictures of stuff and post it online and deal with eBay and taxes and all that sort of stuff. I can't stand doing.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, and it's not. I hate to say it's not worth my time. It's just not worth my time, and so I don't do it. But if someone comes by my Retro Wolf came by my house the other day, and he needed some inventory. I had some extra games, and I had some stuff to trade. I don't mind doing it, but I'm sure not gonna spend my time like my whole Saturday trying to sell stuff. It's not worth it for me. And I love the games. I still want to play them.
Yeah.
But I'm getting to the point now where I'm like, there's not really anything I've played that I want to sell, but there's stuff in the backlog that I bought that I actively don't want to play. I have no interest in playing whatsoever, and I don't know why I bought it, and I don't know why it's here, and what in the hell is this doing on my shelf? And the reason why is because this random gaming thing, it dilutes my backlog.
Sure.
So the chances of me picking a random game that sucks is higher.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm looking over at my freaking PS3 collection right now, and I can see like 8 games. I'm like, do I really want every Bleach anime fighting game on the PS3? Like, do I want to spend my time playing those? No, I don't. Because right next to it is a game that's been sitting there that I need to play for years. Batman Arkham Asylum. Never played it. It's in the backlog.
Good one. Yeah.
And it's surrounded by a bunch of other crap that I don't want to play, like Army of Two, Anarchy Reigns. And I'm like, the chances of those getting picked are as high as that.
Yeah.
If I removed those, my chances of playing that game would be a little bit higher. So, but then I've got to go do it. So I want to do it.
Let me ask you a question real quick. I have so after listening to you about the investment versus wanting to buy to play the games and everything like that, I've also kind of come to the conclusion that without realizing it, you may not mindfully purchase things with thoughts of investment. You may be buying it from nostalgia or just for the reason, like you said, to play the game. But in the back of your mind, like it is an investment because you can use it for other reasons, whether it's sell down the road to pay bills, or like you did, which was invest in buying a house. So it's not there thoughtfully as an investment, but it kind of is an investment if you do end up using that, right?
When you stop and think, right? That's where I was the other day. And honestly, it's because of I knew this conversation was going to be happening. I've heard Jamie's story about the house. So in my head, I was sitting there thinking, like, I just bought a new truck, and I was like, if anything went sideways, I've got this much in my savings account. And I was like, wait a minute, I've got this much in video games sitting there, and I know a guy that would take that off my hands if I had to. I don't want to sell it. It's not the plan.
Right.
But you know what? Like you're saying, that's liquid cash sitting there that I can throw in and play as a video game. And down the road, if I have to, I could use it. And I hadn't thought about it like that until now. So like you're saying, David, this conversation is kind of putting that in perspective. Hopefully it puts that in perspective for other people too. And, maybe we didn't talk exactly about, is it nostalgia or is it investment? But I think we had a good direction with this.
Well, I think it could totally stem from nostalgia without realizing that it is an investment.
Well, I think we covered it actually beautifully. It is both. It is nostalgia and it's an investment. In a way, all that really matters is that it's an investment in yourself. It's an investment in your memories. It's an investment in bettering your life. It's an investment in building net worth. I think that video games are a fantastic investment, but I don't think they're a good tool for only investment. I don't agree. Like, I want to make money and I need some good way to make money. Video games seem to be the thing. I think that's terrible because the knowledge you need to do it is next to impossible.
Now, I would say one thing though. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I would say one thing though. It is okay to do that if your intention is to make it a business and not be
I think it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that it's probably not the easiest thing to go into blind as an investment.
I agree.
I would say like put your money in a,
there's a lot of learning.
S&P index fund or
I'm
something.
going to be honest with you. Like when Cruz opened his store, I don't know if you met Cruz down in Retro Fest when we were down there, but Cruz owns a store, and I was watching Cruz when he was in his small store versus his bigger store now. And the things that I've seen him do and how he runs his business and how much time he has invested in all the ins and outs as a business, I really respect it. I really respect not only the hustle, obviously, but the knowledge that he has gained through time into running a successful business. He also has his own collection, but he also, when we go to we're going to Chicago in a couple of weeks. He has a budget for himself and he has a budget for the store.
Right.
And so he has a purpose for both. And I think that that's a great way to look at it too, is that when you do own a store, you do have to have a different mindset and you really learn a lot. I'm just learning a lot just by watching my friends in all of these different avenues of, buying for collection, buying for a store. And so I think no matter how you do it, everyone's having fun while doing it. And if you're not having fun doing it, then don't do it.
So it is a nostalgic investment if you're doing it right. And I think that's, like you said, Jamie, we covered it pretty good there.
Yeah.
I think that probably covers most of what we're looking at talking about there. And I'm glad you could tell us that story, Jamie. I was hoping we could hear that because I knew it would be interesting for these guys.
So that's fun.
I think that wraps that one up. What do you think, Russ?
Sounds good. Let's move along. All right, guys. If you do want to call into the show, we do have a phone number for you, which is 949-682-9277. 949-682-WARP. You can leave us a voicemail. We'll check with Rob here, see if we have any voicemails this week.
Well, it looks like there's no voicemail this week, but that's okay. You could call in anytime. 949-682-9277. That's 949-682-WARP. We'd love to hear from you.
Sweet. All right, well, maybe next week. So save it in your phone, give us a buzz. But we do got Jay on the line to give us another do yourself a favor to add to the playlist. What are we listening to this week, Jay?
What's up, guys? NES Addict here. Welcome back to the weekly Warp Pipe and do yourself a favor. All right, so for today's do yourself a favor, we're going to a classic Blink-182, Windy Clear. Let's take the boat out on the bay. Forget your job for just one day. I wish it didn't have to be so bad. Anyway, it's a great song, guys. It's on Enema of the State, which came out in June of 1999, back when I was still 17 years old. So do yourself a favor and listen to it. Also, give us a voice message. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, guys, peace.
I'm just staring at those battle beasts on the shelf.
Who goes, because I go, give us a call like this. Jay does the metal sign. He was like, give us a call.
Oh, yeah. I
was like, I've always done finger and index finger.
Everybody does it like this. I don't know what he was doing. Throwing the horns.
Boom.
Kind of that's more of like a headset.
Maybe a headset. What do kids do it now? Because you got the cell phone, so it's not quite.
They go like this.
Give us a call. I dig it. What we got? It's back to Keith again.
Back to Keith. He's muted.
I'm unmuted now. We're going to move over to red pipe, green pipe. It is back to me, Russ. Now it's back to you for a second.
Wait, what am I doing?
Don't we have a red pipe, green pipe thing?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean you want me to throw up the intro? Yes.
Hit it, Russ.
Roll it.
So what's it going to be?
We're new to this.
What's it going to be?
We don't know what we're doing.
Let's see here.
That's the right one.
All right. So weekly warp pipe, we're going to jump down one of these pipes for the day, and whatever one we go down, we get to enjoy everything that is listed here. You only pick one. So red pipe, we're going to be watching The Sandlot for our movie. We're going to be enjoying some Dairy Queen, maybe a Blizzard, maybe a milkshake. Gargoyles is going to be our cartoon we're watching. Surge is our beverage for the day. Earthworm Jim is the video game we're going to play. Whatever system you want, I think we'll go with here. And we're going to be taking that fruit roll up and rolling it up into a bowl and eating it as one big thing, how I used to do it. For going down the green pipe, we're going to be watching The Mighty Ducks. The Flying V is coming at us here. We're going to be enjoying some McDonald's, the kids meal or whatever version of this we're looking for. Street Sharks is our cartoon for the day. Jolt Cola, right, full of caffeine. Streets of Rage 2, David, I know you like this one. And Gushers are going to be our little snacky snack time, Russ. What are we thinking, guys? Which one? Talk it out. Which one would you want to jump down and check out for the day?
You're killing me, Smalls.
Right?
I have to say, there's only one thing on the green pipe side that I like better than the thing on the other side.
Oh, only one?
I like Streets of Rage 2 better than Earthworm Jim.
Okay.
Everything on the red pipe that isn't Earthworm Jim, I like better than everything else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dairy Queen's debatable.
So I have a question about Dairy Queen. Because did Dairy Queen back in that time have food?
Food? That's what I was thinking. Do they have burgers?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They did, and their burgers were goated. They're good as hell. It was like A&W in Canada.
Because now they have the grill and chill.
Yeah. Their food back then was good. It is not good now.
Oh,
McDonald's was exactly the same.
Yeah.
Maybe the fries were better back then.
But the ice cream machine is working today. Just saying.
And McDonald's, in case you wanted to shake.
Oh, yeah.
Get a McFlurry.
Yeah. The last time I went to McDonald's, they had no drinks. They didn't even have running water.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
How do you even be open?
I don't even know how they were open. I was like, can I get coffee? They're like, we don't have any coffee. I was like, can I get Diet Coke? They're like, we don't have any sodas. I was like, can I get a glass of water? Like, we don't have water. We have bottled water. Okay.
Wow.
That's
So
I'll just leave.
So you're going to go
probably
red pipe?
I'm red pipe all the way.
Yeah.
Red pipe.
Yeah, Streets of Rage is killing me right over here.
But Earthworm Jim's still good.
It is. It just.
When was the last time you had Gushers, by the way?
Yesterday.
Not too long ago. Yeah, not too long ago.
Okay, I have not too long ago.
Yeah, as a matter of fact,
I remember.
I went to Target today and my daughter pulled Gushers off the shelf and she's like, really? Really? And I was like, what are you talking about, really? Like, you eat these all the time. And it's currently being promoted with the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Oh, okay. I can see it.
Yeah. Everything's
like the Star Bits, right?
Fruit roll-ups slap hard as hell. Fruit roll-ups.
Yeah, especially when you got the peel out.
You gotta roll them up.
So good. Surge is more like Mountain Dew. I'd rather drink that if I'm going to rot my teeth and fry my brain.
Yeah.
Gargoyles, I liked better than the Street Shark.
I would agree with you.
Sandlot, I like better than Mighty Ducks, but they're both really good.
Yeah,
I'm red piped. I'm red pipe.
I didn't watch Gargoyles or Street Sharks. That was past my time of like watching cartoons.
So which
know.
direction are you going?
Russ, what are you thinking?
I'm probably leaning towards red pipe as well. Yeah. I mean, I do like McDonald's, but you guys said, Dairy Queen's got some burgers and stuff, so might as well try it going down the pipe, try their burgers for the first time. If it sucks, whatever, the dessert's going to be great. And I just recently played through Earthworm Jim. on Sega CD, and that has like added levels, and it was super fun. So I feel like I'd have a good time, playing that game throughout the night and just hitting that button. Groovy. Well, actually, I have it in here. Where is it?
You do have it on there, yes.
Can hit that button right now.
So you're down the red pipe.
Yeah, I'm gonna go red pipe, I think, with this one.
Okay. So, I mean, Sandlot Mighty Ducks we're talking about the original?
Yep.
Sandlot Mighty Ducks are on like equal level, in my opinion. I mean, those are classics. McDonald's Dairy Queen. I mean, I don't remember going to Dairy Queen for burgers or fries. I just went there for ice cream, and it was only the walk up. You just walked up to it.
Yeah.
I have no nostalgia or have ever seen gargoyles or street sharks.
Okay.
I know the toy line, but
right.
nothing about the actual cartoon. Fruit Roll-Ups and Gushers is a toss-up, but I do remember way more with Fruit Roll-Ups. Fruit Roll-Ups were a staple, brown bagging it at lunch. Not so much Gushers.
Most houses.
Yeah. Surge all day. Like,
okay.
That's not even a question. Like, throw that back up there, Russ.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you guys know that I would definitely prefer, and I think Keith did this on purpose by putting Streets of Rage over there on the green pipe.
Not
because
at
he
all.
knew.
I didn't know.
I would probably have to go red pipe. I think Streets of Rage 2 and potentially McDonald's would be like my leaning towards the green, but the majority rules over this one for red pipe. So I would have to go red pipe.
We got to do a future one where it's you go to McDonald's and then the game is McKids, and you go to you go to
Burger
Domino's
King.
and you play Yo Noid.
Yo no. Or you go to Burger King and play those Xbox games.
Yeah.
Right. Super weird Xbox games. So we got 3 red pipes. I think I'm gonna pull that up one more time, Russ.
Yeah.
So Sandlot, Mighty Ducks, they're even keel for me, but Sandlot would be right now. I'm craving Sandlot. Dairy Queen. I love me Dairy Queen. Sadly, I'm not getting a toy as much that I would probably enjoy.
Oh,
but
that's another
I'm going
good
Dairy
point.
Queen. Gargoyles was, again, like you said, David, right at the end of my time of cartoons. But I thought it was an awesome show. I really enjoyed it because it was a little more adult. I've honestly never seen Street Sharks. I've never had Surge. I don't think we had it, and I believe they outlawed Jolt Cola in Canada shortly after it came out. So, either way on that, Earthworm Jim is one that I remember playing. Streets of Rage is also very, very good. So let's toss up there for me. Fruit Roll-Ups,
you sound
Gushers.
50-50.
Yeah.
Also a toss-up. I'm going red pipe based on Gargoyles and Sandlot. So
okay.
The only right choice.
Red pipe. I agree.
Let me hey Keith, can I ask you a question about when you choose these red pipe, green pipes? Do you because you are the one that's making them. So if the listeners don't know,
it's literally
you are choosing them. Do you have any kind of thought in your head of
normally no
leaning it one way or another because of your own personal thought?
No, I don't. I literally type in. I'll make a list on the robot, and I'll just pull stuff off of it, and it just goes. And then I'll have a whole file full of pictures, and I just boop, 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 boop. And I try not to be jaded against anything while I'm throwing together. So I don't know what there's coming up until it's coming up half the time because I'm just hammering them out to get them done.
So it is almost completely random for you as you're putting these together.
Absolutely. I try to put stuff that's comparable to one another. Like, again, I'm not going to put fruit roll-ups and cinnamon buns against each other, right? I try to keep it comparable. Sandlot,
right.
Mighty Ducks. comparable.
I wonder if they make a
sports
cinnamon
movies.
bun flavored fruit roll up.
Maybe in Japan.
Did you know there's 80 flavors of Pop-Tarts?
Wow.
I would venture there would be more.
I thought you were going to say Kit Kats because I know there's a lot of Kit Kats in Japan.
Nah, there's like 375 or something. I went to a Kit Kat store in Japan.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
I didn't know about the Kit thing.
Yeah.
It was like
Kit Kat store?
Yeah, why not? There's like probably 500 flavors over there.
In Japan, gifting is like a common thing. Every time you see a friend, you give a gift. And
I give them a Kit Kat.
Like food is a good one. You give them a snack here and there, but Kit Kat means like good luck in Japanese.
Oh. And you give them a break.
People give Kit Kats like before tests and things like that, and they cost $1 or whatever. They make lots of crazy flavors. Like 80% of them are limited editions, and they'll be like so off the, rice and red bean paste flavored Kit Kats. Like what? But
that is not giving your friend a break. That is
not
right.
But the black sesame one, I had like a black sesame matcha powder one. It was one of the strangest things I've ever eaten in my entire life. It had like no chocolate in it. No, I don't know what it was covered in, but it was wild.
So the next time you guys got something going on, or you're going somewhere, you're going to do a toy hunt or a video game hunt or whatever, I'm just going to start saying Kit Kat to you guys.
Yeah, Kit Kat. Kitu Katu.
What is it?
There's a guy at work I call Kit Kat because he's always on a break.
So you're just saying good luck to him all day long?
No, he's always on a break, so that's why I call him Kit Kat.
Fair enough.
All right.
Break.
That's Red Pipe.
With that break. Sweet guys, that's wrapping up this week's episode of the Weekly Warp Pipe. Certainly some great conversation for sure. A little wrap up of what we're getting into next week in case you want to do the rental with us. What game were we renting once again?
We are going to rent. Oh, this is David. David, go.
No, it's on you, man.
All right, back to you.
Okay, we're gone. We flip flop. Okay, we're renting Life Force. We're gonna do a shoot 'em up.
Shoot 'em up.
Life Force. I didn't even know this was a real game when I started collecting NES, and then I was like, "Oh, that's a cool looking cover. I've seen that interesting look before." And then I got it.
I love this artwork, and you know what? I actually have. I forgot what company put it out, but I actually have the vinyl soundtrack to Life Force, which is great. It's got good music, so
perfect.
Well, anyway, while it's on me, next week, let's talk about what we're covering next week.
All right.
We're going to talk about video game. Well, speaking of rentals, we're going to talk about video game rentals. We're going to talk about the late fees. We're going to talk about manuals. We're going to talk about the regret, maybe buying the used games. I'm sure there's plenty of stories. There's plenty of stores that we're going to discuss. Rental stores, where are they now? Well, we know where they are, but we're going to talk about it. So video game rentals is our topic for next week.
I dig it. Sweet. And then again, guys, if you want to call into the show and leave us a voicemail, you could do so with 949-682-9277. Save it in your phone or head over to theweeklywarppipe.com. Contact info is there. What game we're renting or movie we're watching every week is on the website as well. So you can head there and check that out as well. Quick shout out to our channel members. We got Austin Mills, Fox Driven Retro, Jody55, Jarrett Connor, Manny's Arcade, Mike 7399, and Famp 6463, as well as shout out to Tom Ryan for sponsoring this week's episode. And again, big thank you to RNG Gamer for being on this week's episode. People want to find you. Where can we find you on the interwebs?
RNG Gamer, everything. Watch RNG, RNG Gaming, RNGgamer.com. There's everywhere.
I highly recommend watching his watch video where he has to pound shots of hot sauce.
Oh my God.
Interesting.
What was the whole premise of that?
So I picked the 30 most popular watch brands in the world, and then they were randomly selected for me, and I had to guess from the knowledge I had, their current best-selling model. And for each one I missed, I had to add 5 milliliters of hot sauce, ghost pepper hot sauce, wax sealed, single batch, fancy stuff into a shot glass. And at the end of the video, pound it.
Yeah.
And it was like 2.5 shots, almost like 60% of that bottle of hot sauce. I was like sick. I don't mean like I was sick to my stomach. I felt like I had the flu for like 2 days.
Wow.
It messed me up real bad. Yeah, it was, but it was fun. I knew more than I thought I did. And the ones I missed, I was like, it's either this or this. And I guess wrong like every time. It's like a 50-50 chance I guess wrong every single time.
Do it for the content.
I did it for the content. That was a fun video to do. And
it looked like you were having fun in it.
I was having a good time, but my God, when stuff like Gerard Perigo popped up, I was like, what in the hell is what company is this?
It sounds like a
and
emo
it's
band.
like, because I asked ChatGPT or the robot, I was like, hey, what's the current best-selling model? And it's like, it's so condescending. It's like, obviously, dumbass. It's the Laureato MB445. I'm like, add more hot sauce. Let's do it. I had like no idea.
So that one's called Watch RNG?
Watch RNG is my watch channel. Yeah.
Okay.
It's very clever. My wife came up with it, not me.
And then, I mean, it is, yeah. Watch RNG. Yeah.
Watch RNG.
And then you got RNG
Gaming
Gamer.
and then RNG Gamer. My 3 channels.
Oh, so what's the gaming one? Is that just the live streams?
No. It's sometimes I play games on there. Sometimes I post like review excerpts from my main channel.
Oh, I see.
When I review games, I do it in batches.
Oh, I see.
And then people would be like, they'd message me on Instagram, like, where was your review for so-and-so? And I was like, dude, I don't know, man. Your guess is as good as mine. So I started cutting all those videos into individual segments and posting them over there.
Oh.
So people could like locate them.
Got it.
And then I decided to do a few like one-off weird gaming things where I was like, I'm going to play through all the Dark Pictures anthology games for Halloween. And I didn't want to live stream it, so I just posted it over there. But I'm kind of like future foreshadowing plans. I'm considering hiring another editor to edit down my live streams into like funny highlight reel things and posting. I did that some, and it like really worked. Like
people
my
love
videos
that stuff.
They're pulling in thousands and thousands and thousands of views.
Yeah.
I just don't have time to do it. So
there's
I can find an editor.
There's a few streamers that I watch, and they'll do like they'll have 2 channels. They'll have the live stream channel, which is like the long form.
Yep.
And then they'll have another channel that's just like a 20 to 25 minute excerpt from that live stream that's just all chopped up with all the good stuff. You know, perfect example is I was watching a dude, he went through the entire Mike Tyson's Punch-Out game.
Yep.
And he did the full live stream, and then he just did a 20-minute video on just like speeding it, his interaction with chat. People love it.
Yep, it's super easy. Those videos were like great.
The content's there.
The problem with it is, and you guys may know this, like whenever you play a game and you hire someone else to edit any of the footage from that, they don't know what happened.
Right.
So like if you mention like, you know, the 3rd time I fought Mike Tyson, you may remember that was like 2 hours and 50 minutes into the stream. They have no flipping idea.
They gotta watch it.
Their time searching around. And so when I would edit those live streams, a 3-hour live stream, it'd take me, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 hours to edit the video, which isn't too bad.
Sure.
But like I can't speak.
Yeah.
So I need somebody dedicated just to that. Maybe if this whole YouTube thing pans out, I can do that, but I need a good editor. I don't hire editors that I don't know in real life. So
and those editors need to be watching basically the whole live stream in order to be able to chop that up.
They can some of them can be pretty good at it. A real skilled editor can have some tricks to figure it out. And I learned that like keeping the narrative of the game and what's going on in order is secondary to entertaining the people that are watching. So if they just like pick random clips and like make highlights out of them and make jokes and stuff, that's fine too. Just do that. But I'm getting to the point now on YouTube where it's like, I need to start putting some YouTube money into the channel.
Yeah.
And the only way I can do that, because I mean, I buy all the games I want. I have the camera stuff. Like, what do I get? Just hire more people.
Yeah.
Problem is there's nobody to hire. Hard to find good people. All the good people are working for other people. So
or have their own YouTube channels.
Yeah, that's right. You
Like
know,
you-
if you're an expert editor,
Bunch of jerks.
like, why do you want to come edit for my channel when you could be editing for yourself? So
Right.
tough.
Like you, Keith, where could they find you?
Oh, they can find me, Retro Card Collector, on YouTube, Retro Card Collector on Instagram. I have a video coming very, very soon, so stick around and check it out. David, where do they find you?
You can find me at YouTube, Dave It's Me. I have weekly videos coming out on Saturdays, and this week is actually my 1-year anniversary from when I kind of got serious a little bit with the YouTube channel. So it'll be a good one. It is going to be a good one. There's some stuff that happens, guys, before I hit that road to go to Chicago in a couple weeks. But also this Sunday. I'm sorry, not this Sunday. This Monday, we will be doing the finals for the Tournament of Toys. I've been doing this for the past 5 weeks now. We're doing a live stream Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Cruz, Alex, Sprooch, and Killer Carp. And we are down to the final 2, Masters of the Universe versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We're going to have some guests. We got some call-ins. It's going to be a good time. So if you guys are around and you're watching this podcast in time, set your calendars for Monday at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Dave It's Me. How about you, Russ?
You guys can check me out on Rustly for all your retro gaming needs. I got new videos up there weekly. I did just record a new Nintendo Power Read where I went through the full magazine. And to prep you guys, Friday the 17th, we'll be doing Russell Mania, 8-hour live stream. We're going to be playing nothing but wrestling games on the channel. Dave's going to come over and a few other special guests. And if you want some DIY, you can check out Russ Lyman. I just posted a video today, so it'll be up a few days when you get this. I just did a custom controller that's Rescue Rangers themed, and I flocked it with fur, and it's a fun DIY, so be sure to check out that channel as well. Russ Lyman for that one. And yeah, it's been a great time hanging out with all you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed jumping in the warp pipe with us, and we will see you on the next level.